Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at BARLOT, the fusion between Bardock and Goku. And, you know, the Dragon Ball Fusions units are pretty cool, but one thing that is a bit of a disappointment is that they were released before, you know, they started making cards like this really good, right? Because you would expect certain cards like a fusion of Goku and Broly, or a fusion of Goku and Bardock to be, like, ridiculously hype powerful units. BARLOT is pretty good, but he's not like, you know, an invincible juggernaut of a beast card. But I would say he is very solid, right? Now, I've decided not to rainbow him, or probably Karoli either. The reason I've decided not to rainbow them is because they both only are on the fusion category. When I rainbow units, I do like if they're in multiple categories. And because both of these units are just only in this one category, for now, I'm not really in any rush to go ahead and rainbow these units. If they would get added to another one, you know, like, I don't know, maybe if there was like a what-if category, right, that would add them, then I would probably be a little bit more inclined to do so. But right now, they're, you know, not high on my list of units to rainbow. But I do like to Dokkan Awaken him, and we could do like a full breakdown of him and stuff in this video, because I do like to kind of, I don't know, this channel has become like an archive for all Dokkan content, basically. So I do want to make sure to do videos on all the various different units, right? So let me level up BARLOT, because we awaken him with medals from that Dragon Ball Fusion story event that is up. And then we'll go into an event and we will test him out. Alright guys, so we'll go ahead and rock the new BARLOT here on the Fusion team, of course, because that's really the only category team that we can actually show him off on. You know, of course, we could do BARLOT over on the Hero team, but I don't find myself going to, like, I don't know, you know, the Hero team, I enjoy running the category teams. For me, that's just more fun than running, like, the traditional kind of Hero teams, because, you know, even though the Transforming Goku team can be cool, because you could put, you know, any hero on it, the, you know, leader skill is a bit lower. The one time I find myself having a lot of fun with, like, you know, either hero or villain teams is when I try and build those, like, full transformation hero and villain teams. Those are really fun because the transformation mechanic is, like, one of the best things they've added to Dokkan. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get one of these LR Gogetas over next to our boy BARLOT here. Here, let me hit this. Now, one thing about BARLOT, right, that sort of holds him back a little bit is his passive skill is attack 15% and defense 10% per key sphere obtained, right? So he does not have any sort of baseline buff or anything. What makes a lot of units like this BARLOT strong sort of today is that, you know, like if BARLOT came out today, right? His passive would probably be something like, you know, attack and defense 50%, attack and defense 60%, attack and defense 70%, and then he would also get his buff per, you know, kind of key orb obtained. But now, like, you know, now it's just a thing where, like, you know, it might be difficult for him to rack up some stats, considering that, you know, he, like, if you only are able to get like an orb or two for him, that's really gonna hurt. He does also greatly raise attack on his super attack for one turn, which can be useful. And of course, we got him here with Whirus. Whirus will be able to give BARLOT, you know, kind of his maximum amount of orbs for him. So let's see. Okay, so he's around 600,000. His super attack does look a little different than I remember it too. Okay, so he has a bit of a unique super attack after all. That's not too bad right there. That little extra little kind of flash and flare on that sort of, you know, spirit bomb, spirit cannon type attack he's using right there. I like it. I do fuck with that. That was kind of cool. I don't know, man. That super attack was actually really cool. Like for something that's what, a year old now, because BARLOT got his Dokkan Awakening when Whirus came out, you know, when Celza came out last year. His super attack does look kind of nice. All of a sudden, I'm changing my mind. It's like, well, you know, maybe I will rainbow him. I was a bit disappointed, though, because we just gave him a whole bunch of orbs, and he was still taking, what, like 23,000 on a normal attack? That makes me a bit sort of apprehensive about him right there. Okay, so here's the cool thing, right? LR Gogeta actually shares experienced fighters with this Barlot, so we'll be able to get a bit more attack power here. Here, we'll do this, and what will allow him to get more orbs would definitely be this one right here. Okay, so this probably will be the biggest attack we can see from Barlot, provided Weirus doesn't get an additional or a crit and do that. Okay, well, that's nice. Thank you, Weirus, my friend, for the very nice additional crit, like the critical right there. Very good. But all right, you know, Barlot, I don't know. he seems fine, but again, kind of one of these older units. I do like always awakening, you know, Dokkan awakening units on camera and stuff when I can. If he was on another category team like Pure Saiyans, he certainly would be kind of an interesting character because, of course, he does have a lot of Saiyan-centric links, right? Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Pride, you know, all those types of things, experienced fighters. But on the Fusion team, a lot of those links aren't really as useful, right? Like, what units have Saiyan Lineage on the Fusion team? I think LR Gogeta might have it, but that's it. No, LR Gogeta does not have it. Brawpan has got it. Caroli has it, I guess. Well, so does Pandel. Okay, so there are a few units that do actually have that from Fusions then. But, like, not the main Fusions, right? Not the big guns that you're definitely going to be throwing out there. You know, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. You know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Int Gogeta. Those types of units don't have it. Okay, so I would love to kind of test out Barlot right there, but that might be a bit much for our boy. We can probably give him all of these physical orbs. Yeah, let's try this. Let's give Barlot all of these physical orbs. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that's pretty much the entire field right there. Very good. So let's see what our boy Barlot will be capable of doing with, you know, a good half of the field, you know, in orbs right here. You know, what attack stat can he maybe get up to? Definitely for his biggest, like, attack stat that we would be able to see, you know, because he greatly raises attack, he would need to get an additional super to kind of show that. Plus, you know, we would want, like, Weirus. Weirus is, you know, your typical sort of, you know, create a shit ton of orbs, so, you know, a particular unit will look a lot better. You know, Weirus works really well alongside a unit like LR Gohan. That's one thing that's making him better for Barlot. Okay, yeah, wow, 742,000. That's pretty good for a unit who is 1% in the dupe system, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like, you know, the Fusion team is stacked is the other thing. Like, I find the Fusion team to be one of my favorite teams in the game still. I actually like the Fusion team better than Potara because it's just a faster team than Potara. You know, you have a rotation of LR Gogeta and Int Gogeta, and then you have your secondary rotation of Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and you are just cutting through events with such speed. Like, Potara is good, but, you know, you have, like, counter units on there and stuff, and then LR Vegito doesn't have really a perfect linking partner on the Potara team. Well, at least not as good as I feel like, you know, Int Gogeta and LR Gogeta work really well together. And I don't really think LR Vegito works quite as well with some other units on his team, right? So that's kind of one reason that the Fusion team to me feels a bit more smooth and a bit faster. But at the same time, like, those top tier units are so good and are so fast cutting through events that it does make it to where a lot of the kind of, you know, not the main top units, but like kind of the sub units just really don't feel as impressive. You know, units like, you know, a lot of the Super Saiyan Gotenks and stuff, Caroli, Barlot, even Celza on the Fusion team, all of those units don't really feel as needed, right? You have your top guns and they're going to tear through stuff regardless. So that's something that does hurt these Fusion units. So this right here, this is Father and Son Limit Breakers Barlot. His leader skill is SCR type Key 3, attack and defense 70% when HP is 30% or above. So of course, you know, a year ago he's got one of these like old era style leader skills. If he came out nowadays, he'd probably be like SCR type Key 3 and like HP attack and defense 50% or something like that. Units do typically have pretty good leader skills nowadays. when we're considering using them for like Dokkan Battlefield or something. Barlot's super attack is the Spirit Cannon, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn and does supreme damage to the enemy. So the greatly raised attack will be good. It's a good thing to mix with like these nuking type passives that Barlot has. His passive skill Join Souls, which is attack 15% and defense 10% per key sphere obtained. But here's the thing. On the fusion team, if you've got Barlot with Weirus, sure, he's going to look good. But, you're going to save those Weirus orbs for LR Gogeta. He's really going to be heavy lifting with those orbs. Barlot, not so much. So I just think Barlot is a unit that's really not going to get a whole lot of play. And it does hurt him that he doesn't have any sort of base attack and defensive buff at the start of turn, so that maybe if you're not able to get a lot of orbs, he can at least have some level of consistency, right? But right now he doesn't, because he is an older unit, so it's hard to really hold anything against him, right? So his links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Pride, Family Ties, Fuse Fighter, Experienced Fighters, and Shattering the Limit. He has fantastic links if we're talking about a pure Saiyan team, but unfortunately, again, just the Fusion team is the only category that he does happen to have, where you're probably not going to end up running this guy very often. His 12K multiplier is 140%, which is pretty good. That's a very solid 140% 12K multiplier for a unit of his age type, right? And then, of course, his categories, he is on just the Fusion category. So there we have it. One thing about Barlot that I should mention before we finish up here is don't forget that after the Fusion's banner leaves is going to go away, all of the Fusion's units will be added to the general SSR pool. I presume it will be like this on Global too. After Global gets the return of the Fusion's banner with Janemba's EZA, all of the Fusion units will go into the general SSR pool, which is really, really cool. So, a lot of you guys will be able to pull this guy, because I hope, at least, a lot of you guys steered away from that Dragon Ball Fusion's banner. But, alright guys, here was Barlot. I probably am still going to do a video on Karoli as well, when I go ahead and Dokkan Awaken him. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.